All right, guys, let's talk about how to close people in person. Now, if you own a local business, this is going to be gold for you. Or if your client owns a local business, you need to teach this to them, okay? Now, keep in mind, if you grab a client that is gung-ho and they regularly close clients and they're, not really having any trouble with that, then you're lucky. You don't have to help them with this. A lot of medical clients are like that because, people don't really need to be closed for medical. They just go in and the doctor could be terrible, but they still go in and pay. So, also, I've had real estate clients before and mortgage brokers that they were real hardcore salespeople, go-getters, and I didn't have to tell them anything. However, I do have clients that they're not very good at sales. They're good at what they do. For instance, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gyms, martial arts gyms, regular gyms. Some of my clients in that area, they're not good at sales. They're just good at like what they do, lifting weights, wrestling, things like that. So what I do is I teach them this little process. Now, if you really want to appear super awesome to your client, you can film your own like whiteboard video or something of this, or you can film a little keynote video like I'm doing right here for you right now. And you can literally just copy what I am saying and just re-say it in your own voice. As well, if you don't want to do that, I think we have it in the cards to create a video where it's me teaching this, and you can and it's going to be on our blog, and you can literally just send them right to that blog post, and and so we're looking to do that soon, and if we get that done, I'll put a link in the comment, or I'll put a link below this video. However, if you refilm it yourself, just do me a favor and just say, hey, I learned this from Dan Henry. He's a legendary internet marketer or something. But anyway, just give me my credit, tell them where you learned it from, and then go ahead and copy me. That's fine. I don't mind you copying me. Just give me credit. Okay. Anyway, so here's how it goes. How to close people in person. So this is exactly what I tell my clients. Okay. This is exactly what I tell my clients. So the first thing I do is I say, okay, before I show you the script, I want you to prepare. And the first thing you need to do is prepare is you need to know your existing customer stories. So if you own, we're going to use a martial arts gym as an example. If you own a martial arts gym and there are several people that have lost weight, let's say there's a guy that lost 50 or 100 pounds, know that story. Know who that person is, know when he joined, know how much weight he lost, know that person's story. Okay, know your customer stories. They're going to help you sell. The next thing is if you are the one that's going to greet them when they come in. So for instance, let's say we run an ad where you get a free month membership at your gym. When they come in, if you're the one that's going to greet them, be excited. If you're excited, your potential customer will be excited. If you're just kind of trudging through the day, they won't be. People mirror energy, okay? So when somebody's angry, it's a lot more likely for that person to kind of become off-put and angry themselves. If someone's happy, happy people spread happiness. They make other people around them happy. If someone is sad, they make other people sad. That's why people don't like to hang out with sad people or depressed people, because they make everybody depressed. So if you're excited, your customer is going to be excited. It's going to help you close the sale. If it's an employee of yours, then the most important thing here is to choose the right person, right? So you need to choose somebody that if you say to them, let's say you have an employee named Tom. You need to know that if you tell Tom to be excited, they're actually going to be excited. They're not just going to say okay, and then they meet the person and they're like, hey, this is so-and-so's gym, whatever. You want to know that that person's excited, or choose one of your employees that's naturally excited, okay? You also want to offer your employee an incentive. So let's say your gym membership is $30 a month. Offer your employee $10 or you could even go higher, $20, if they close the sale and get the sign up when the day they come in, right? So giving them incentive to actually close the sale. Or like, let's say it's a martial arts gym and it's, the monthly is $120, then, offer them $50. If you close the sale and they come in, I'll give you $50. So really, offer an incentive to your employee to close the sale. And now with that said, let's move to the actual script of how to close people in person. So number one, you're going to ask why they're here. So let's say they come into a martial arts gym and you say, hey, I just got a couple questions for you as I'm showing you around the gym. Why did you choose us? Like, why did you decide to come in today? Now, and then you want to immediately ask the next question. You want to ask these in pair. You want to say, why right now, right? So why me, why now? Like, why did you come in today? And then you want to ask, and why right now in your life, okay? Or you could ask why they want to do what they said in answer number one. It just depends on how the conversation goes. So depending on what kind of business it is and depending on how the conversation goes, sometimes I'll ask both questions at once. I'll say, hey, why did you decide to come in today and why right now in your life? Or I might say, why did you decide to come in today? They'll answer, and then I'll say, so why do you want to do that? And you'll have to choose between those two scenarios, and I'll explain to you why, and you'll get it once I explain this. What you want to do is you want to pull the real reason why they're there out of them, okay? So if I say, why are you here? And they say, I want to check out your gym. That's not a good answer, right? But if they say, I want to lose weight, that's a good answer. But I still want to know why they want to lose weight, right? So if I say, hey, why are you here today? And they say, well, I'm here to check out your gym. Then I might say, okay, let me rephrase. Why do you want to check it? Like, what is your goal and why right now? So now they'll say, well, my goal is to lose weight. And the reason I want to do it right now is because my daughter's wedding is in 8 months and I want to look good for my daughter's wedding. Plus I like, martial arts. Or if they're in a gym, they might just say the first one I said. So the goal here is to ask these questions. At the end of the day, you want to steer the conversation to where you can find out what their goal is and why they have that goal. Okay? So why are you here? Well, I'm here because I want to, lose weight. Well, why right now? Why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to lose weight right now? Again, I'm giving you kind of some options here on how to control the conversation, because if I just tell you ask this, then ask that, that's not how conversations go sometimes. The bottom line is you want to get both of these questions out of them, okay? And I call this the 2-question close, okay? So you want to get both of these questions out of them before you go to the next part. So once they've told you their goal and why they're there, and then they've told you why, now we can move on. So they say, well, I want to lose weight because my daughter's wedding is in 8 months, and plus, I just want to be healthier. I want to be around longer for my kids. Great. So now we're going to repeat that back, and then we're going to clarify. So we're going to say, all right, great, John. So you came here today because you're interested in jiu-jitsu and you want to lose weight. And you want to lose weight because, you want to be around longer and you want to look good for your daughter's wedding. And they'll say yes. Now, the conversation may not go like that. Maybe they came in and said, well, I want to learn to defend myself. Okay, why do you want to learn to defend yourself, Tom? Well, because I just had a baby and I need to know that I can protect my family. Or they may say something like, I got beat up, I got mugged 6 months ago, and I want to make sure I can defend myself. Whatever that is, they're going to give you that information, and then you need to repeat that back. Okay, Tom, so you're here because you want to learn how to defend yourself, and you want to learn how to defend yourself because, you don't want to get beat up again, or because you want to protect your family, right? So you repeat it back and you clarify. They'll say yes. Okay, good. Now, at this point, we move to the next one. We want to share a relatable story. So let's say you have a student who is a jiu-jitsu student, and they also got beat up, right? Well, let me tell you a little story about Bob. Bob came here about 6 months ago because the same thing happened to him. He got beat up. He's been taking classes every day, and man, now he is a monster. He actually just competed last week, and he placed second in his division, Okay, so that would be that. Or you could say something like, well, Jerry, or Cindy joined because she wanted to lose weight. And she was actually getting ready for her own wedding, believe it or not. And so she joined, and within 6 months, she lost 50 pounds. So you want to share a relatable story directly to what they just repeated back, or what they just told you and what you've repeated back to them. So basically, if that's why you need to know your customers' stories. Or if your personal story is like that, then you can repeat that. If you don't have a story that relates, then you can just say something like, well, I honestly believe if you come and you work out every day, you can lose the weight, or you can learn to defend yourself, or you just, that's the last option, okay? But it's always best if you have a story that you can kind of relate back. And chances are you do, but you just have to know your customers. And you should know your customers anyway. Come on, people, And then finally, you want to make an expiring offer. So after you've shared your relatable story, you want to say something like, listen, Tom, I know you came in today to get the free month, or I know you came in today to get the free week. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you an offer. If you decide to take your free week, you can come in every single day for the next week, and then if you decide to sign up, you can go ahead and you can get signed up. But if you decide to sign up today and you say, you know what, forget about the free week. Let's say you don't need the free week. Let's say you decide to go ahead and sign up anyway today. We'll go ahead and throw in a free private lesson, okay? But that's an offer. If you go ahead and if you feel good about this place and you feel confident and you're ready to sign up today, we will throw in a free private lesson as long as you sign up today. Now, this forces them to make a decision. I will tell you, 90% of the time, they take the offer, they sign up right there, they don't take the free week. Or if it's a gym, they sign up, you would offer a free personal training session. They want the free personal training session, so they sign up, they forget the free month, you get your customer now, okay? So this right here is what I call the 2-question close. This is a script for the 2-question close. You ask your 2 questions right here. And your 2 questions essentially are why me and why now, okay? Like, why did you choose me? Why did you come in? And why right now in your life? And I used to actually teach it this way, where I just literally told you these 2, but the way I taught it in this video for these is because I had a lot of feedback from students that said, sometimes the conversation doesn't go that way. You can't just say, why me, why now, or they don't answer one or whatever. And so the goal here is to simply find out, however the conversation goes, why they are interested, why they are there, and then why that is important to them. So I'm here because I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight because I want to get ready for my daughter's wedding. I am here because I want to learn how to defend myself. I want to learn to defend myself because I got beat up 6 months ago and I don't want to get beat up again. Okay? Then you repeat it back and you clarify that's why they're there. You share a relatable story that closely mirrors that from your existing customers, and then you make that expiring offer. Okay? And just to give you one last little clear script on this, I'm just going to type this out for you. Okay? And I'm going to say, I want to blank so I can blank. Oops, I typed in blank. So I can blank. So when you repeat back number 3, when you do this, it should look something like this. So if they say, I want to learn to defend myself, okay, that's why they're there. They want to learn to defend themselves so I can not get mugged again, or at least to reduce the chances of bad times. That is essentially what you're looking for. I want to learn so I can. Or another one is because. Same thing, right? I want to learn to defend myself because I don't want to get mugged again, right? So when you repeat it back, you want to say, you want to learn to defend yourself so you can, so you don't get mugged again. And that's what you'd repeat back. Or again, you could just say, you want to learn to defend yourself because you got mugged. Okay? So that is essentially what you're looking to get and repeat back. Now, the reason I changed this stuff, and I don't have a specific script where I'm like, you can, because it's because depending on how they respond, you could say, you want to learn this so you can do this, or you might say, you want to learn this because this happened, right? So the point here, guys, is it's not about the script, it's about the goal. The goal is to learn why they're there, and the goal is to learn the reason for it, okay? So you want to learn, so they come in, they say, I want to learn to defend myself because, I got mugged, okay? Because I got mugged. That would be what they would probably say in English, right? They would say, I want to learn to defend myself because I got mugged. You would then say, you want to learn to defend yourself because you got mugged, right? You just repeat it back to them. So now you've clarified, you've asked the questions, you've got the answer, you then clarify, you repeat it back to them, that clarifies why they're there. You then find a relatable story from somebody at your location that got mugged, or that maybe they didn't get mugged, but they're just there to defend themselves, or maybe they got into a bar fight or whatever, and you repeat it back, and then of course you make your expiring offer and you close them. If you teach this to your client, they will they'll close a lot higher, and if they close a lot higher, then at the end of the day you're going to make more money, because they are going to make more sales, so they're going to be able to pay you more. So if I were to give you a basic script of what you want to get from the client, I would say, I want to blank, and the reason is blank. So this right here is probably the best way to think about it from a fill-in-the-blank perspective. I want to desire, and the reason is this, right? I want to learn to do this, and the reason is this. I want to lower my tax bill, and the reason is I paid too much in taxes last year, or I want to buy a new home. I want to fix my teeth, and the reason is I'm sick of women looking at me funny. I want to fix my teeth, and the reason is I'm embarrassed when I go out in public, right? Oh, so you want to get your teeth fixed because you don't want to be embarrassed anymore when you're out in public, correct? Yes. Okay. Well, you know what? A friend, one of our clients, Jack came in, and he needed like 5 crowns and this and that, and he was really embarrassed about when he would be out in public. And so what we did was we replaced all of his teeth, and now he has a beautiful smile, and he's so confident, right? So now you've related it back, and they're like, wow, that's amazing. That's exactly what I want. And then you're like, okay, great. So listen, we have an offer for you today. I know that we had we had the discounted teeth cleaning, or the discounted this or that. But guess what? If you go ahead and you get the whitening today, we're going to give it to you for 50% off. Really? Oh, that's amazing, right? So that right there is kind of an overview of a really deep dive into how to close people in person. All right. Hope this helps, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.